And with that, welcome to the second part of the Say Yes for 24-hour challenge for the Polyships. And today's Polyship is BokuAkaKuroKen, which I'm really excited for because I love this ship. Yeah, we're here, we're back again, sickness defeated, hopefully. And now I hope you will enjoy this video. Let's go. Have you ever had struggles finding good Haikyuu merch or anime merch in general? Because I for sure did. It can be hard. But this shop offers amazing merch. Like, I'm literally obsessed with the Haikyuu merch. They have the cutest hoodies ever. Now, if you want to get 10% off, click the link in the description. They offer me a collaboration, which is literally amazing. And you support my channel this way. So, win-win. Let's go. Akashi woke up hoping to escape the potential consequences from this challenge simply by chance and avoiding his partners. Bokuto went out early for training. Kenma, in his very nature, wasn't very demanding and kept to himself most of the time, which only left. Good morning, Sleeping Beauty. Kuro. Damn. They both had the day off, meaning this would be a lot more difficult than expected. Akashi groaned and tried turning around in bed again. Kuro chuckled and walked over to gently nudge him in the side. Come on, aren't you supposed to be the responsible one? Not on my day off. His chuckle turned into full-on laughter as he observed Akashi's poor attempts to hide away from him and the light flooding the room. He leaned down and in his softest, most persuasive voice continued coaxing him out of bed. Little did he know that all he had to do was ask. Akashi smiled to himself simultaneously, dreading the moment he would figure it out. Kiji, wake up. My love, it's time to wake up. Come on. I'll make us some breakfast, your favorite tea, and we can go for a walk in the park. What do you think? Sounds like something an old couple would do. And yet, you'll love it, just like I love it when you get all grumpy in the morning. He teased and got up. Wanna take a shower together? Akashi sighed before reluctantly getting out of bed. Okay. He walked past a suddenly very perplexed-looking Kuro, seeing as most of the time his advances in the morning were rejected. No funny business if you still want to go on that walk. That didn't count, right? After all, Kuro didn't ask yet. On second thought, maybe you're right. The work isn't all that important. The smaller looked at him unimpressed. Kuro had this stupid smirk on his face that made his stupid fans droll whenever they saw it on his Instagram or in the background of Kenma's streams. And the worst was Keiji absolutely understood why. His own expression remained indifferent, yet he was contemplating his options. Challenge or not, he played with a thought. Spending the day inside, preferably in bed, and cuddling, maybe watching cheesy movies and making good use of their time didn't sound so bad. At least, he could stay in his comfortable clothes. He was still weighing the pros and cons when Kuro took the initiative and he simply decided to throw his thoughts out of the window. Who needed them when he had his boyfriend right here? All in the name of the challenge. Of course. Kuro studied his expression from the other side of the table as Akashi happily munched on his food, a small smile playing on his lips as he ate the onigiri the other prepared. He noticed Kuro's gaze on him and looked at him equally as observant. The clear, ocean blue eyes were full of their usual vigilance, yet softened by the love reflected in them. What's on your mind, Tetsu? He smiled and reached for Akashi's hand, who gladly accepted and gently caressed the back of it with his thumb as he took it. I'm just trying to guess what you're thinking. I'm not sure whether you're in a really bad or really good mood today. It's confusing. Akashi smiled inwardly because this about sums it up perfectly. He himself wasn't sure what to think of it, and well, his day went great so far. And if he was honest with himself, he wasn't actually worried his boyfriends would find out. It's not like they would abuse that power or that he couldn't say no if he really wanted to. Yet, something felt a little off. He would like to claim it was just the challenge, but perhaps it was an off kind of day. He didn't particularly desire anything right now, nor did he feel truly comfortable in his own skin. It was weird, but nothing new. It would pass. Well, unless you have developed some kind of telepathic ability, in which case it'd be nice of you to warn me. I don't think guessing will take you far. Just ask. Don't worry, no telepath here. So, what's on your mind? You? He deadpanned, looking up at him, completely serious, earning him an exasperated sigh, while Kuro dramatically let his head fall onto his right hand. Care to elaborate? Akashi sighed and scarcely managed to suppress rolling his eyes at the other. I'm just having a bit of an off day. Nothing serious. That was the easy explanation. In a way, it was the short version of it. Besides, if he could pinpoint the problem, he wouldn't be guessing right now. Well, that sucks, but I guess we all get those sometimes. Is there anything I can do to help? Akashi actually laughed at that. It was typical for Kuro, so absolutely him, to turn a challenge that was meant for him, to make him feel better and cherished and loved, around to satisfy his partner's desires and needs. Unbelievable. Still, Akashi gladly accepted the offer, and they ended up cuddling on the couch. They went from talking about trivial things to basking in comfortable silence and enjoying each other's presence. After a couple more hours, Kemma snuck into the living room and quickly ate the remaining onigiri before approaching them again. What are you doing? Cuddling. He hummed an acknowledgement and rested his head on the back of the couch as he leaned against it. How was your work? Good, but I think I'm finished for today. I edited the next video and organized some of my stuff. I don't have a live stream today and felt like taking a break. He yawned. Did you play all night again? The blonde's eyes narrowed and he chose simply not to answer. Before Kuro could chastise him further, he focused his attention on Keiichi again. Wanna play some Animal Crossing together? Sure. He got up. A small pang of regret flashed through his mind as he left the reassuring warmth of Kuro's embrace and followed Kemma. He felt cold without one of them close to him, so he simply pulled Kemma onto his lap as soon as they got settled on the beanbag in his gaming room. You good? Yeah, what? You're not usually that clingy. No, he really wasn't. He liked cuddling his boyfriends and rarely denied when they asked, especially not today. But, well, they didn't ask. He sighed. I'm fine. You're warm. He also would usually put more effort into reassuring them, but today he simply didn't have the energy to argue. Kenma gave him one last wary glance before getting comfortable in his lap and starting the game. He planned on playing together with Keiichi, but didn't press it as he felt the other's hand slump against his neck and his grip tightening. It seemed like he just needed this right now, and Kemma was more than willing to act as a plushie for him. When Akashi woke up on the beanbag, he was alone. A little disoriented, he sat up, only for the room to sway a little before his eyes. Slowly, very slowly, he lay down again. He tried breathing in a calming breath, but his nose was stuffed and he ended up coughing. Huck. His voice was hoarse and his throat ached with every breath he took. Damn, when did this happen? Just an off day, huh? His mind was a mess, and he felt as though his head was wrapped in cotton as he stared at the ceiling. He tried organizing his thoughts, but felt sluggish and slow, as if everything took way longer to process. And whenever he was close to forming a complete sentence, something caught his attention. May that be the aching in his throat, the throbbing in his head and joints, or his running nose, and he had to start over again. He was exhausted. Suddenly, the door slammed open, and simply by the noise he made, it had to be Bokuto entering the room. Kiji, I'm home! The editor groaned as vicious needles picked at his head. Inside, it felt as though hammers were slamming down on anvils, and he hated every second of it. Kiji? Bokuto was quick to notice the tension in his posture, and upon closer inspection saw the pained expression twisting his face into a frown. He walked over in a haste, suddenly overtaken by worry, and kneeled down beside him. Hey, Kiji, can you tell me what's going on? Are you okay? His voice was much quieter now, but still too much. Shut up. It hurt. Every sound hurt. He hated this. Bokuto's brows furrowed further, but he kept quiet. He reached out carefully to feel for his temperature upon noticing the shiver rocking through Akashi's body. You're burning up. Akashi said nothing. It didn't feel like he could. He hadn't even noticed how much he was trembling. His whole body was shivering like aspen leaves. Okay, it's gonna be okay. I will pick you up now and bring you to bed. Guest bedroom. He struggled to say the words, wishing nothing more than to fall back into the restless sleep from before. Akashi didn't need to look at Bokuto to know that the other frowned disapprovingly, but it was for the best. He didn't want to get them sick as well, though it was probably too late for that. He cuddled Kenma for may the gods know how long. He certainly didn't remember, and Kuro was with him the whole morning, and now Bokuto was the one carrying him to bed. Fantastic! He managed to literally be the worst boyfriend ever. He couldn't even do the damn challenge properly. In the end, they cared for him, not the other way around, how it was supposed to be. He was still shaken by tremors running up and down his spine as Bokuto finally placed him on the soft mattress and covered him with a blanket. He took it gratefully. He was cold. Everything was icy cold. What happened? Kuro entered the room behind them, worry written all over his face. He's burning up, probably an infection of sorts. I will get the thermometer and some more blankets. Could you stay with him? Of course. The voices were hushed, and Akashi appreciated it greatly. He could hear the scraping of wood on the ground as a chair was pulled up to the side of the bed, but didn't dare open his eyes again. A hand found his that was still clutched tightly to his chest and gently unraveled it, patting the skin softly. Damn, I should have let you sleep in this morning. Akashi cracked his eyes open ever so slightly to meet Kuro's gaze, thankful to find that the room was dark for the most part, only illuminated by a small lamp on the bedside table that was dimmed to the lowest setting. Tetsu, I'm sorry. What for, love? He leaned down to him, a sympathetic smile on the lips. It probably infected you too, and Kenma. I'll be fine. It's okay. You literally fucked me this morning. Kuro laughed. So your memory isn't affected. Good. Akashi would like to roll his eyes at the comment, but he couldn't. Hey, it's gonna be alright, Kichi. Just rest. We'll take care of you. Just then, Bokuto entered the room with a blanket pile almost exceeding himself and a thermometer in hand, barely balancing the absurdly big load. With so many blankets, Kichi would either suffocate or die from a heat stroke. Still, even when they packed him in a couple of layers, he still felt cold, and suddenly heat stroke seemed like a very attractive alternative, but that might just be his fever-ridden brain talking. I'm sorry. I was supposed to do a challenge for you. Kuro gently brushed the sweaty hair out of his face as he held the thermometer against his forehead. Challenge? What kind of challenge is for the actual victim? Say yes for 24 hours. Kuro stiffened and looked at him incredulously. Something about his expression was wrong, but before his fried mind had the chance to catch up, the sharp beeping sound of the device in his hand cut through the silence, making Akashi groan in pain. Kuro's expression turned grim upon seeing the number and reading it out loud. 39.7 degrees Celsius. That's high. We'll keep an eye on it. It's best if we check a couple of times in the night as well. If it gets too high, we might need to bring him to a hospital. He looked at Bokuto, who nodded seriously. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it now. And don't worry about us. Focus on getting better first. We'll take care of you. And don't you dare to think for even a second that'd make you an inconvenience. We love you and we'll make sure you are alright. Do you need anything else? Water, more pillows, a bucket perhaps? He shook his head. Just sleep. They both nodded and turned around to leave and inform Kenma. It would be a long night. Thank you so much for watching till the end. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, consider leaving a like because it really helps this channel grow and show the videos to other people who might also like it, and consider subscribing so you won't miss out on anything in the future. I hope the audio was okay. I'm still a bit sick and I struggled a little bit when recording this. Winter can finally be over, really. I had enough. And yeah, Kuro acted a bit weird towards the end, and I would love to hear your theories as to why that is. So leave a comment with it, and now I hope you liked it. Oh, and also tell me your ideas for what should happen to Daisuke boy.